That's crazy because I actually interviewed King Los here yesterday.
Yeah.
He lost the deal because the feds came and his label in Atlanta was on some crazy,
Yeah.
you know?
My label was the exact opposite. QC was like the exact opposite. Like they
Right.
told me to, I ain't gonna say they told me to stay in the streets. It's not like that, but the fact that like, the credibility was there, or the fact like, and it was a thing where I didn't want that to be my rap thing. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people try and take all the shit from the streets and then they use that to blow that shit up. But I ain't want nobody to know I had got locked up or like all the shit I had been through or none of that. So
Wow.
when everything popped off, that's why originally like I dyed my hair and like I went incognito because I didn't want people to connect, you know what I'm saying, like all the other shit to the other shit. I was like, I'm gonna be a rapper that's where like I can go over here and fuck with the white people, you know what I'm saying, and fuck with the white kids. Like I don't want everybody to look at it and say like, oh damn, he a threat to whatever else the fuck. And it worked out.
Right.
Hell yeah, it worked out.
Damn, how long were you locked up for?
I had a crazy ass case. So I was locked up originally for like 3 months straight. Then I had a year house arrest.
Oh, wow.
Then my case was finally resolved and I had 7 years of probation.
7 years?
Yeah, like the first 2 or 3 years was like intensive, what they call intensive probation. So like even when I first started rapping, like when I became like OG Maco like nationwide, I was still on like crazy ass probation then, like up until the point where I finally made it to Capitol, like when they had just my case had just got closed.
Oh, wow.
So it was like when I first started rapping, like I was sneaking out. Like my PO didn't know I was going to go do shows and shit. Like
Wow.
I remember I was in Vegas. I had a show in Vegas, and my PO called me to come like that day, and I had to make up some crazy ass excuse like, nah, like, I can't do it. Like I'm sick. I'm whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Just so I have to go into the office and get fucked over. But being a rapper actually saved me at the end of the day.
That's beautiful.
Hell yeah.
What was the case? Why'd you get locked up?
It was a armed robbery case and a whole bunch of other shit tied into it. But at the end of the day, when everything was about to hit the fan, I had violated my probation. 'Cause I just told you why. I was out of state and they finally caught me. And then
damn,
I was supposed to do what saved me. I was supposed to do birthday bash. And I was sitting there in front of the judge and they was about to sentence me to whatever the fuck. And whatever look I had on my face, the judge noticed it and she was like, what you looking like that for? And I told her like, I'm finna let these kids down. I'm supposed to perform at birthday bash tomorrow. And she was like, wait, you a rapper or something? I was like, yeah. She was like, can you prove it? And I lit up like, hell yeah, I can prove it. Like, turn on the radio.
No way.
And I didn't think she was gonna do it, but she really turned the radio on right then. And like a couple commercials ran by, and the next commercial was like, birthday bash, Future.
No way.
Young Jeezy, OG Maco, Chris Brown. And I was like, oh, she immediately was like, oh, get your label on the phone. And she talked to the label and confirmed that I really was OG Maco. And she ended my shit right then. Like,
wow.
Clapped my whole probation. Like, oh, clearly you changed your life around since all this shit happened. So
yeah,
they cut my probation off and I was a free man.
That's a blessing.
That was a blessing. Hell yeah. I seen her at the nail shop like a week after and paid for all the shit.
No way.
Hell yeah. I went to the nail shop like a week later and I seen her in the chair and I took care of all of her shit. I was like, look, give her whatever she want. Massages, full sets, mani-pedis, give her whatever she want. It's on me. I left them like $400 and was like, look, just whatever she want.
That's love.
Hell yeah.
How was birthday bash?
Oh, that shit was amazing. Chris Brown brought me out. I performed like right after Future.
What?
Yeah, that was my first time doing Phillips Arena. Like seeing like I had already did like 100,000 people because I did Tomorrow World with DJ Carnage. So I had did like a huge amount of people, but it's nothing like rocking the stadium in your hometown.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure.
And I got to fuck Phillips Arena up. That was the dream come true.
Right. Yeah. Do you remember what year that was?
Had to be like 2015.
Okay. It was after you guessed it.
Yeah, this is after you guessed it. Okay. Hell yeah. This is by the time this shit happened, I was about to start doing like my EDM shit with like,
oh wow.
With like Diplo and shit like that.
Wow. Yeah. How did y'all tap in?
Phew, I, just you know how the shit go.
Yeah.
You start working over here. I think I had already did Mud with Carnage. Cause like I said, I already did Tomorrow World. So I think I had did Mud with Carnage and I did another record. I was in the studio with Skrillex.
Mm.
And then while I was in LA, Coach K called me and was like, yo, Diplo wants you to come to the studio and see what y'all do on this. And it was me and Diplo and CL. That's when we did Dr. Pepper.
What?
We did Dr. Pepper like that night. And that's when I first met CL. And then, you know what I'm saying, me and her developed like a friendship after that. So
Yeah.
that was like my first introduction to the EDM shit was like with Diplo. So it was like the best way you could go up.
Yo, that's a legend in the game.
Yeah,
That's
hell yeah.
wild.
Shouts to Wes. Hell yeah.
How was Tomorrow World? Cause that's crazy.
That shit was wild. Luckily, I never had stage fright. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that was my first. That was like the biggest crowd I had ever seen. It was 100,000 people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And like it was like a sea of people. Like you look to the left, you look to the right, and it was 100,000 people. Like so, you just had to project that energy out, and they got us on this big ass lift, and it was like me and the Migos. So like they was a little bit more comfortable with doing it. I wasn't afraid, but like I still had never had to put that much energy out into like a crowd. But luckily that shit went off perfect. Like they was all turned. It was lit.
That is wild.
Hell yeah, it was a vibe.
That's awesome.